Good morning, YouTube. It's early. It's Monday, the 22nd, and it's Make It May Day 22. And as I sit here today, I realized that Friday I didn't make a video because I didn't craft at all. I think I might have knit 10 stitches. So I don't know. And then the weekend was busy. I did have a couple things that I worked on, and I'll show those to you later. But Kristen has an appointment this morning that I'm going to with her. And then we'll come home and we'll see what we'll get up to. I have a few little house things I need to do. They're not little. I have a few house things I need to do. But I'm sure we'll get up to some crafty today. We are back from Kristen's appointment. I just started some laundry in the dishwasher, and I'm gonna clean the stove because I cooked us breakfast. And now I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna work on. There are a few things I want to work on. I would like to make a couple more cross stitch bags that are Christmas themed, and I have the fabric for that. And I need to start a new pair of socks, which if you hold on just one second, I'll show you why. So hopefully you can see me, but over the weekend I did very little crafting, but I did finish the 50 striped socks, and I also finished the sidewalk chalk socks. So I pulled out a new yarn for a new pair of socks, and I pulled this out last night because I didn't have to cake it. And let's see if I can open my bag one-handed. I brought this with me to the appointment, but I didn't need them. This is Felici Thunderstruck. And these are going to be for Kristen. So I would like to cast those on today so that I have something, a travel project, a take with me project. And I also have some yarn to cake up, which I actually think is what I might do first because my counter is cleared off and it's the perfect time to do it because I have to haul everything upstairs to get that done. So why don't I do that? I'm gonna cake my frog and toad yarn, and then there's some other sock yarn that I'd like to cake up, and then we'll go from there. But first I'm gonna wipe down that stove that I just sprayed down, and then I'm gonna cake up yarn. Well, that's a little mess. When I went downstairs to get my yarn and my Swift, I remembered I have an octopus I need to get out in the mail today. So I'm going to take care of that first. I also decided I am not going to cake any new yarn. I'm going to work on starting these. So that'll be priority. And I remembered about this bag. I had a $10 reward to Michael's, and I picked up a few things to make a couple more of those stuffy stands, and I wanted to share them with you because these are a lot cheaper than what I found before. The first thing I found were these. Now, I did a pickup order where you go in and you pick up your order. I guess that's a pickup order. Kristen's laughing at me. But these, you didn't get to pick what shape you wanted, and they came in square and circle. And I really was keeping my fingers crossed for circle, or at least half circles. And these were 74 cents. So I got 8, and I got all circles. So that's much more economical than the ones I got at Joann's, which were $3 or $4. I can't remember. I think the smaller ones were $3 and the bigger ones were $4. And then I picked up some, what size are these? I think they are, they don't have it in 16ths, but I think these are 7/16 dowels. And these come in a 6-pack, so this is enough to do 3 stands, and they had 2 in stock, so I got 2 of those. And I believe these were $2.99. So I had a $10 reward, I had a coupon, and I paid for 12 dowels, which is all they had, and 8 of these wood rounds, a grand total of 40 cents. So I'm going to get 6 more stands, for 40 cents. I guess I should have only bought 6 of these, but I don't know. And these are a lot better quality. I don't even have to sand these. These are so nice and smooth. So I'm looking forward to playing around with these. Not anytime soon. Just had that reward that was expiring and decided to use it. It is now 3:11 and pretty much a few minutes after I finished caking that yarn, Kristen sent me for a nap because I was falling asleep, and I slept for 3 hours. I got up at 2, feeling quite refreshed actually, so I think it was a good thing I did it. It was a long weekend with a lot of physical labor, so not long in a bad way. I'm sitting here with still my cup of coffee from this morning, enjoying the nice weather. I cast on a sock. I'm going to knit for a little while, maybe till about 4, and then I think I'm going to do some outdoor chores. We still need to move dirt. We still need to weed our bed at the bottom of the driveway. But I couldn't do it earlier because Tom was mowing, and I can't be outside when someone's mowing the grass here. So, it wasn't a good time to do it. But I think that sounds like a good plan for right now. It's 4 o'clock, and I'm going to do the responsible thing. Here's where I am on my sock, just a couple rows. I got a phone call from my sister, and Kristen came out to discuss something with me, so that's not bad for an hour, little less than an hour with a couple interruptions. But now I'm gonna man up, woman up, person up, and go move some dirt. I'm gonna be a productive member of this family. Oh, I don't want to. We did get a fair amount of rain Saturday and Sunday, so I actually won't be able to do too much dirt moving, but I do think I can get 2, maybe 3 wheelbarrows up here without digging up the ground too much. I just came up here to see if we had any bean sprouts, and not yet. Oh, wheat, nope, this weed. So not yet, and that's okay. But now I'm gonna go grab a shovel. I can show you what we did yesterday real quick. Just looking around. That's what we have. It's frost damage on some of our beans. Got frost damaged, but they'll live. We started rebuilding the greenhouse, which we weren't going to do till fall, but we got the cave-in taken care of, and we're ready to wrap it in plastic. But we decided we were going to put stone in the bottom to help with drainage and water. That is 1,600 pounds of stone, and I think we need another 1,600 pounds, honestly, but we're going to start with 800, and I don't know if that's something we're doing today. I don't think it's been determined. We would like to get it done this week because we have to get this greenhouse covered, because we have to get our plants outside. We have to. I mean, they're outside right now during the day hardening off, but they really need to come out overnight, and we're not quite ready to have them in the garden yet because we're still looking at some 30-degree nights. So, all right, enough procrastinating. I'm going to go move dirt. All right, guys, it is 6 o'clock. Kristen made us dinner. What did we have? French toast and fruit. And I have knitting. I never take knitting on just short errands, but this is an exception, I guess. Where are we going?
We are going to Home Depot.
To buy that 800 pounds of marble.
1,600.
No, we're only getting 800 this trip. We got only 800 per trip. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to help as much as I can. I don't know how much I can, but I'm going to try. I'm still pretty spent from yesterday. But let me tell you, after picking up those bags of marble chips, those wheelbarrows of dirt felt like air. You having a good day? Other than work? She had a biopsy on her elbow.
No, they took a core sample.
A core sample. She had a punch biopsy on her elbow
It's a core sample.
for psoriasis versus derma something or other, which is like skin and muscle, right?
Yep.
And so she had that done. But she survived because we have a good doctor.
Yep.
All right, let's go to Home Depot, my least favorite store in the entire world, because I hate to give them any of my money. It is 9:20. Kristen and Tom just went to bed, and I was working on this Felici sock in the car, and nitpicks did me dirty. Oh, maybe not. I can't tell. Hold on. I might say that prematurely. Hang on. Don't mind that. That's Dexter-Drool. Okay, so they did. So there is a knot in this yarn, which does not bother me that there's a knot in this yarn. What bothers me is that this is a self-striping yarn. And let me find the knot. So there's the knot. And this side of the knot is orange, and this side of the knot is pink. And this is not a full stripe of orange. And I am a little bit too particular, to let that fly. So, I'm angry at this sock. I just knit the whole cuff, and I have to start it over. But my plan is to just cut this at the knot. Where's the knot? There's a knot somewhere. Here it is. Jeez Louise. It looks all orange, but this side is pink. So I'm going to cut it here and roll this into a ball and use this for my heels and start over. But I'm too angry at the yarn right now to do that. So I started another pair of socks. This is some opal yarn because I do need a take with me project for tomorrow. So I'm going to try and finish the ribbing, not poke myself in the eye on this sock, and then see what I decide to do next. We're in our it's time to say goodnight spot. So I'm sitting here and I'm working on the cuff of my sock, and get that in a second. This is what I have so far. I still have 7 more rows to go. This is the yarn, and I'm thinking about all the projects I want to do. And then I'm starting to feel a little bit of guilt about all the projects I have on the go. So, hang on just a second. I gotta pick up what I dropped. I honestly have zero clue what I have for whips. Pretty much zero clue. And I usually keep some semblance of a list. Hang on one second. I do have some semblance of a list. So let me look at this. This is a project planning page that I did. And then you probably remember a couple weeks ago in this whole process that I made a list of all the things I want to make. There's a bunch of crochet toys, some knit toys, a list of summer tops. You may have noticed that I bite off way more than I can chew. Way more. So I'm kind of at a place in my crafting where I want to start all the things, but I'm stuck because I know I have all these things waiting in the wings that I've already started, and I have a tiny little bit of guilt. It's not that I don't want to work on them, it's that I just forget about them. So let me look at what I have here. I should have brought my drink over. All right. So, whips. I actually only have 3 yarn whips. I have some granny square stockings that I'm working on that I'm going to try and get the ones I have in progress. It's just sewing together. I'm going to try and get those done this week. I'm actually seeing the person they're for this weekend, and she doesn't need them this weekend, but I'd like to get those done. I'm going to go get my drink. So perhaps we can get those stockings off of this list this week. Perhaps. If we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. Another thing on that list is my Scrappy Happy blanket. That's not going to get finished. Would it be a terrible idea if I took those 2 pairs of socks I just finished and knit those squares into my blanket? No, it would not be a terrible idea. I don't know if it's one that's going to get done this week. And that's okay. The next thing on my knit and crochet whip list is this sweater, which has been a whip for ages. I do not know when I started this. I probably have on my phone or on my Ravelry when I started this. I don't know why I have a tickle. And I love this sweater, but it's not really sweater weather. But why should that matter? Why should that matter? So this has been up here because I brought it up here when I started the Make It May, thinking it would be really nice to get some progress made on this. And I'm in the yoke. It's really hard to show because I'm in the yoke and it's not in the stockinette, the solid section. But I would love to finish this and have this ready to go for the fall. So what I'm thinking is tonight I'm going to finish the cuff of the sock because I need to have a purse project. And then I think I'm going to work on this. But that also makes me think of other things. That's my plan for tonight. There are other things on this list. I have about 52, not really. I have a lot of cross-stitch projects started. I have a St. Patrick's Day one. I have the Blue Jay Mill Hill. I have the big One Nation flag project. I have the Frosted Pumpkin snow globes. And I have the monthly project I'm doing with MakeItMay, which is sitting on my hoop waiting for me to finish that. I am going to finish that this week. Or I'm at least going to make some progress on it this week. I had to break down and buy some reading glasses, some cheater glasses to wear with my contacts for when I cross stitch on that because it's a smaller count and I'm having difficulty seeing it. So, but the ones I bought are crap. I have to go to the store and buy a real pair. I went to Dollar Tree because I just can't come to terms with the fact that I need cheater glasses. I've worn glasses and indoor contacts since first grade, but apparently reading glasses offend me. And I have about 52 other things that I want to start. Now, let me talk a little bit about my cross-stitch whips. The St. Patrick's Day one, it shouldn't take much time to do. I'm just not feeling St. Patrick's Day right now, and that's okay. The Frosted Pumpkin snow globes, I'm saving that for July to work on for Christmas in July. I have a lot of time that I'm not going to be home. Not really traveling, but just away. I'm going to be away from home a lot. And that's small and compact and easy to take with me. So I'm saving that. The monthly one is not a big deal. The Blue Jay, the Mill Hill, I just have to sit down and do it, and it hasn't spoken to me recently. Honestly, I haven't been stitching a whole heck of a lot, but when I changed over my holiday decorations from Easter to spring/early summer, basically summer because Memorial Day is the unofficial start of summer, I noticed I don't have a lot of patriotic decor. And to me, summer is basically a time that I decorate with patriotic decor. However, I'm having a little bit of an issue with patriotic right now. As many of the people in the world, in the country are. So I don't know that that's what I want to do. And I have a whole bunch of patriotic patterns. I guess I'm just a little, I don't feel very patriotic right now. Let's leave it at that. But I'm sure I will again. I'm sure I will. And also, as we get closer to the 4th of July, which would have been Seth's birthday, I do generally feel more... I think I'll probably feel more inclined to work on something like that, because I always like to work on something patriotic for his birthday, because he was born on the 4th of July. All right, so that leaves me in a, well, what do I work on for, because I don't have a lot of summer decor, and really the only place I decorate is in my craft room for summer. So I'm thinking of maybe trying to look around and see if I have or can find any free bee patterns. I'm allergic to bees, so of course I would decorate for bees for the summer. But bees, to me, garden, bees, flowers, stuff like that. Vegetables. Anyway, so I'm thinking I might seek out some bee or maybe even some beach themed things to work on for that, but I'm not sure. I'll probably just start something patriotic, because that's how I am. What else is on here? There's nothing else on here that's a whip. But there is something that is kind of a whip. You may or may not remember this. I asked Kristen for this lovely kit for Christmas. And I had no intention or thoughts or even a twinkle in my eye that this would be something I would finish quickly this year, this decade. But I asked her for this beautiful English paper piecing kit. Now, this is also something that would be a good thing to take with me when I'm not going to be at home, because it's compact. Literally everything I need fits in this little box. And I do have more hexagons downstairs. So I could, in theory, I could prep a bunch of hexagons. I have yet to sew any hexagons together, but I'm not overly worried about that. I'll get to it when I get to it. So I would also like to get to this, because this just is calming. It's literally gluing at this point, but it's very calm. It's very chill. It's very relaxed. That's the word I'm looking for. It's very relaxing. So yeah, I'd like to work on that. So I'm putting that in my eyesight. And then of course, there is my new obsession, which I haven't touched in weeks, my pot holder loom. And I did get more loops for it, and I made 2 pot holders, and I haven't touched it since. So the package I have of pot holder looms, the container I have of pot holder looms is enormous. So I should work on this. I should play with this. Kristen got me this awesome loom for my birthday, and I do love it. It's so relaxing. It's so nostalgic. I want to work on that. So how many times can I say so in this video? I feel a bit more grounded now, knowing that I have a few loose ideas, loose plans for the week. I'm going to finish the stockings. I'm going to work on this beautiful sweater. I do still need to restart my knit along that I'm doing with Emily that I'm an epic fail at, but that shouldn't be of any surprise to anybody. I generally fail at alongs. And then earthquake. Then I have this massive list of projects I want to make. And the one that is screaming my name right now is a flamingo. I'm not a huge flamingo fan, but apparently all I can think about right now is making a flamingo. I don't know. And then there's also, of course, Frog and Toad, which I just caked up all the yarn for that, but today wasn't the day to start it. Today was the day to cake the yarn, and that's okay. That is okay. All right. That's what I worked on today. Those are my loosey-goosey plans for the rest of the week. The rest of the month, I don't know. Should we continue this into June? Should we continue this Make It May, but June, into June? Let me know down below what you think. I'd love to hear from you. I think some of you have already told me down below that you'd like to see it, but I don't want to waste people's time. So I am gonna say goodbye for now, edit this video, and then finish my cuff and try and figure out where I was on that sweater and do a little knitting on that until I go to bed. And I go to bed in about an hour and a half. So hope you guys are doing well, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, bye.